I bought this derelict house 4 years ago, and now I'm going to turn it into a dog rescue. I'm Andy, this is Bernard, and he's the big reason why I'm doing this. But before we go into that, let me show you what the house looked like when I bought it 4 years ago. Now, as you can see, she weren't looking too pretty. I mean, there was holes in the roof. You had bats behind boarded up windows. And as for the garden, I mean, that was that overgrown. I couldn't even get to the barn to see what the barn was like. But once I started to go out of the house and do a bit of renovation work, is when I started to notice that there's a big stray problem in Bulgaria. Not just dogs, cats, a lot. Anyway, me being a big animal fan, decided I'd feed these cats that was outside. And then before you know it, word had spread, and these cats are rocking up in fours, looking for food. So, started feeding them. Then they must have passed the word on to the dogs, because next you know, dogs had turned up, and I mean, it was great. I loved it. So I'd open my door in the morning, there'd be dogs sat there waiting to be fed. Come on here. I'd open the door and you just hear cats come running out of the bushes over to you. But you know, I loved that. I literally loved it. Anyway, if you fast forward 3-4 years, I decided to take Bernard on a road trip across Europe, so we could spend a couple of months at the house doing a bit of renovation work. Now, this didn't go how I wanted it to go. We ended up spending more time at the vets and ended up having to go to an animal hospital for an MRI scan. Turned out Bernard's got a brain tumour. So this knocked me for 6, and also sent me mind into overdrive, because the literally level of care I got in Bulgaria was amazing. I mean, the vet, Madeline, she got vets in Veliko Tarnovo. She went above and beyond for Bernard. I mean, I just can't thank her enough. She was amazing. Now, as for the animal hospital, that was just different gravy. Honestly, I thought it was like a TV show. If you picture like one wing of a hospital, it's like that, but filled with pretty people cuddling dogs. And anyway, I've dropped Bernard off there. And they said, come back at about 4:30, 5 o'clock, I think it was. And I've come back early. And I'm sat in the corridor. And I'm looking down the corridor and I see these 3 beautiful nurses walking down the corridor with one of these proper hospital trolley bed things. And there's Bernard on it, dribbling. He's obviously still under the anaesthetic. And I'm there looking at him like, what the... Anyway, I mean, if my head wasn't all over the shop and I wasn't there for the reason I was there, it would have been a great photo. It's just like these 3 beautiful nurses wheeling Bernard down the hospital aisle. It was corridor. Yeah, it was funny. Another thing that surprised me was the costs, like veterinary costs over there. Now, I'll do a proper video with the comparing costs, but we'll do just a quick one here of the MRI scan at the animal hospital. That cost me £450. Now, an MRI scan in the UK, it can be anything in excess of £6,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, cheapest, you may be able to get it for £1.50 if you're lucky, but on average, you're looking around that £3,000 mark, and anything past £6,000. So, you know, there's a massive saving there. So it got me thinking that I could use the house to help out other pet owners. People in the UK that can't afford the veterinary treatment there, but maybe able to afford it in Bulgaria, they could come over, stay at the house while the veterinary treatment's taking place for free. Well, sort of in exchange, say, for volunteer work or donation towards the rescue. Now, as for the rescue itself, it has to be a small rescue because I'm in a village and obviously the noise. So I think it's 5 dogs I'm allowed. So to get the best of using my place, I was thinking we work alongside vets and other rescues, and we can take in maybe dogs that need like recovery from an injury or something, need their own little space, don't like being around other dogs, and we can then help them recover, build their confidence, you know, do whatever needs doing. And I don't know what that was, but we can then hopefully get them ready for them to move on to their forever home. That's what that was. That's where I'm thinking with the rescue. We're sort of taking the dogs that need that extra little bit of care and attention, and we can get them on their merry way to a better life. No, I'd be lying if there wasn't a bigger dream here. Just let your imagination run wild for a second and picture this. Imagine a whole village dedicated to saving animals. And in this village it'd be like a holiday village. You'd have these holiday huts that you could stay in. You come over with your pet, you stay in these holiday huts. You've got lovely country dog walks you can go on. There's big massive cat run, you can stick your cat in like a little playpen. You've got your calf and dog. You've got your calf and restaurant that's pet friendly. You've got, you know, all these sort of free training area. You have, and then at the heart of the village, you'd have an animal hospital where you could get free treatment. And yeah, it'd just be such a nice place to be. No cars allowed. So that's part of the bigger dream. But for now, we're starting off small. We're going to walk before we can run. So yeah, we're going to see how this goes. And I've got some great ideas. But if this is something that you want to be a part of, want to watch grow, then hit that subscribe button, share it. The more people that join this, the bigger we can grow and the bigger we can come, the more dogs and cats we can save. So yeah, please hit that subscribe button. I hope you liked it. Tell me if you didn't, tell me if you did. But thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.